Hey everyone, and welcome. I am absolutely thrilled you're here. Today we're walking through a highly requested explainer on exactly how to budget your money when you're working with a low income. Now, real quick before we jump into the deep end, just a friendly heads up. Everything we're covering today is strictly educational content to help you learn and grow. It's not professional financial advice, okay? All right, let's dive right in. If you've been feeling like your paycheck literally just evaporates before you even get a chance to look at it, well, you're in the right place. Now, right out of the gate, you might be thinking, I don't even make enough money to bother with a budget. Look, I totally get it. It is so incredibly common to feel exactly like that. When your bills are sky high and your income is super tight, it really does feel like you're just pushing a boulder up a hill. It's like there's absolutely nothing left over to save anyway, so why even bother trying to organize it, right? I hear that stress, and believe me, it's completely valid. But I really want to show you how a simple budget can actually be your golden ticket out of all that daily financial anxiety. Here's the thing. We need a massive mindset shift right now. Budgeting is really just about controlling the money you already have. That's it. It's not some exclusive tool that's only meant for people with massive bank accounts. You definitely do not need to be rich to budget. Actually, scratch that. When your income is tight, having a plan is even more crucial. It helps you avoid debt and slowly but surely start building up those savings. It's really just about playing traffic cop and directing the flow of the money you're already bringing in. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the actual game plan. Step one is totally foundational. You have to know your exact income. You need to write down every single dollar you receive every month. And hey, if your income bounces around from week to week, maybe you're freelance or working hourly, play it safe. Always use your lowest average. So if you sometimes earn $2,400 and other times $2,800, build your entire budget around that $2,400. By doing that, any extra cash you make automatically turns into a sweet savings bonus rather than just an excuse to go spend more. Okay, so once you know what's coming in, you've got to know what's going out. Step two is listing out your fixed expenses. These are your heavy hitters, the bills that pretty much stay exactly the same, month after month. We're talking rent, your phone bill, insurance, any loan payments you have, internet, maybe a monthly transit pass. You want to write every single one of them down. These are the non-negotiables, right? The absolute must-pay expenses that keep your life running smoothly. Moving right along to step three, which brings us to your variable expenses. Now, these are the shapeshifters. They fluctuate. Groceries, gas, hitting the drive-thru, shopping, entertainment, and yep, all those sneaky little monthly subscriptions. Now, because these categories are totally flexible, they are actually your secret weapon. This is exactly the sandbox where you can start digging around and finding little pockets of money to save. Step four is where we got to get a little brutally honest with ourselves. It's time to separate your true needs from your wants. Needs are the absolute bare bones things you must pay for just to survive. Keeping a roof over your head, basic food in the fridge, keeping the lights on. Wants are all the things you really enjoy, but at the end of the day, you could live without them or at least cut back. Look, when your income is low, those wants have to be kept on a pretty tight leash. But please hear me loud and clear on this. Limiting your wants does not mean you're banned from having fun forever. No way. It just means setting some healthy boundaries today so your future self isn't totally stressed out tomorrow. So how do we actually pull this all together? Enter step five, the zero-based budget. This is a real game changer. It's simply a method where every single dollar gets a very specific job description. You are leaving absolutely nothing without a plan. If you earn $2,400, you assign a job to all 2,400 of those dollars. Some go to rent, some go to food, some tackle debt, and yes, some go to your personal spending. You are the boss, and every single dollar is your employee. Put them to work. For the next few steps, 6, 7, and 8, we're going to focus on what I like to call micro wins. These are what keep your momentum going. First up, start with tiny savings goals. Seriously, just 10 or 25 bucks is enough to build a habit. Next, challenge yourself to reduce just one expense every single month. Maybe finally cancel that streaming service you haven't watched in weeks. And lastly, and this is absolutely crucial, avoid new debt like the plague. Steer completely clear of credit cards and those buy now, pay later traps. A little temporary relief today just creates a massive headache for you next month. Let's actually put some real numbers to this, just to make it super concrete. Imagine your take-home pay is exactly $2,400 a month. Let's say rent and your fixed bills chew up $1,500 of that. Then groceries and getting around town take another $500. You've got debt payments hitting you for $200. Well, that leaves you with exactly $200 remaining. Using our zero-based budget method, you give those final dollars a job. Maybe 100 gets assigned to savings, and the other 100 gets the job title of personal wants. Now, your numbers probably won't be this perfectly round in real life, and that's totally fine. The whole point here is that you are no longer just guessing. You are in the driver's seat. And honestly, that right there is the whole magic of this explainer, the true power of budgeting. You completely stop playing detective at the end of the month, wondering where all your hard-earned cash magically disappeared to. Instead, you're making deliberate, intentional decisions before you even swipe your card. Remember, rustling a low income into submission isn't about achieving absolute flawless perfection. It is 100% about awareness. Just keep tracking your money, keep those wants in check, save whatever small amounts you can consistently, and avoid that new debt. You just take it one step at a time, moving away from constantly stressed to totally empowered. Well, if this explainer helped clear up some of the fog around your finances, definitely make sure you follow us here at Cash Control 360. We're all about simple, straightforward money tips to help you save, invest, and really grow your wealth. I want to leave you with one final thought today. You absolutely do not need a massive salary to start telling your money who's boss. So the only question left for you is, are you ready to take control of your very first dollar today? Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and happy budgeting.